Hello guys, how are we doing? I have finally done it again in Modern Warfare 2 gameplay. I have hit Iridescent, and this is the gameplay in which I do so. It's a 3-0 control. I'm Greenberg Hotel. I'm aggressively playing with an SMG, and I drop an average of 10 kills per round. So it's a 30 kill gameplay in 3 rounds. So you're probably thinking, 30 kills? Nah, light work. But normally, in control, it gets to a 3-2, and if that was the case in this situation, I'd maybe be verging on something like 50 kills. But we were playing so well, we didn't even let him get a round in. So it's 3-0, dominant gameplay, and as a result, I actually got plus 44 SR. And for those of you who have been grinding ranked a lot, getting a decent amount of SR towards the end of the, where you should be achieving is quite surprising. Normally when I'm in Crimson 3, I'm getting like 30 maximum. So I'm going to be going into my little theory I have as to why I've been getting more SR this season, and hopefully that can help you guys out. As well as that, I'm going to be going into things I find a little bit annoying with ranked play at the moment, as well as potential future content on the channel. So, and then I'm going to leave you with the live comms, because every so often I'm going to get a kill and you're going to hear the enemy team screaming at me or calling me a rat, and all the nasty, hurtful words under the sun. So that'll be interesting. So I'm going to talk you through the things I want to talk to you about, and then leave you with a live comm. So yeah, I hit Iridescent again. I've done it I can't remember if I've done it on all seasons, but I've done it on most seasons of this game, and this has been by far the easiest. So there's 35 days left, or at the time of recording, there's 35 days left of this season, and yeah, I've never been able to do it quite this fast. Now, I have been noticing, I've been getting, even in Crimson 3, I managed to get something like 80 SR in one game, and I think I know why. I think I've figured out the algorithm. Obviously, they haven't announced it, so it's not official or anything like that. It's just a theory. But I think I know how you can achieve maximum SR. And it's going to be a bit weird, because generally speaking, it's quite obvious. Essentially, the first thing is you need to win games. I gain more and more SR the more games we've won in a row. So if I was on a flaming streak, I'd win more SR. Naturally, it'd go up from 30 to 40 to 50 to 60. And then the more streak I'm on, obviously, the higher it gets. Now, that's only part of it. I'm also almost carrying every game. I'm getting first or second on the scoreboard of the team most games, and as a result, I am getting more SR. So previously, I'd been really focused on the win, which obviously you want to get. But I've played a really impactful role. I've obviously improved as a player throughout the season myself. Obviously, there's always room for improvement for everyone. And yeah, I feel like I've been able to perform really well this season. I've been playing with people, some of them of which are lower ranked than me, and as a result, I'm becoming above them on the leaderboard. But yeah, in essence, you want to be top 1 or 2 in the leaderboard and win the games. There was a point in Crimson 3 where I did manage to I was starting to get 24, 25, 30 SR for a win. I was thinking, you know what, this is shocking. This is going to take me forever to get through Iridescent. But I got into a nice little, as I was solo queuing, I got across a little team. We invited each other to the parties, and we ended up frying. We ended up going on like a 5 to 6 win streak, and because I was playing with diamonds, I mean, they were still cracked, don't get me wrong. Because I was playing with diamonds, I was coming top 1 or 2 in the team most games. I flipped that really low SR pattern, and I started getting 50 and sometimes 60 for a game. So if you do feel like it's a losing battle, you're only getting 30 SR for a game, focus on getting kills in the hill, improving your gameplay, and generally just getting better at the game. And I know that's very much easier said than done, because at the end of the day, it's quite a hard game to learn if it's not your main game or you don't play enough. But yeah, I've done a large amount of tips and tricks videos on my channel. So if you want to look to improve a certain area or aspect of your gameplay, feel free to check out my channel, because I do tips and tricks on all sorts, like spawn guides, map guides, way to play a certain role in the team. Yeah, but in the most simplest form, just to summarize, you want to be top 1 or 2 in your team and winning games, essentially. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. It's as easy as that. Now, there is a little bit of a cheaty way you can do this. Now, obviously, you're going to be capped depending on if you're not great at the game. I do want to say this: if you're not great at the game, you're not going to get much SR. That's just how it is. You've just got to look at ways to improve your own gameplay, and hopefully, then the game rewards you and realizes that, and then you get SR.
I should have pre-aimed that.
But generally speaking, there's a little bit of a hack you can do, and if you do this, chances are you're going to get more SR as long as you can carry the team for a win. Now, what I've done and what I noticed a couple of times in this season, especially when I was jumping in with randoms after solo queuing with them, is when I'm playing with lower ranked players. So, for example, if I was playing with another Crimson player and then maybe 2 Diamond players, I would only come against those sort of teams. And as a result, I was frying. One, because my teammates weren't as good as me. I know this is going to sound really big-headed, but they're Diamond and I'm Crimson, so they weren't quite performing as well as I was. The enemy team weren't that amazing. And as a result of becoming top 1 or 2 on the leaderboard and therefore getting a hench amount of SR. So my tip to you is if you want to improve the amount of SR you gain, queue with people who are worse than you. Queue with people that are worse than you, but you can win with. That's probably my biggest tip, because essentially that's all it needs. You want to be coming, as I say, top 1 or 2 in the leaderboard, and you want to be winning. So as long as you're getting the dub, queuing with people worse than you is going to ensure that you're coming in that number 1 spot in the team, and you're going to get a lot of SR. Obviously, as you climb through the ranks, the window in which you can play with teammates who are worse than you gets smaller and smaller. I mean, now I'm in Iridescent, I can only really play with Crimson players who are, most of which, they're cracked. I mean, they're not bad. Most people in Crimson are pretty good at the game. Let's be real. So it's not going to be quite as guaranteed for me to reach the top 250. By the way, what's going on my screen here? Do any of you guys get that when you've just called in a Predator missile? Like, the screen is like tilted and then it slowly reverts back to its normal position. Anyway, weird bug. But yeah, this also comes to my point of progression. So I've reached Iridescent. I'm happy with that, but there's nothing really for me to achieve after that. And you guys probably think, well, Harry, there's top 250. Like, obviously you can go for that. And it's like, yeah, I agree to a certain extent. Top 250 is something that might be attainable to some people. But if you guys don't know, I have a full-time job. I have a life outside of COD and YouTube. I play when I can. My game time isn't through the roof. I don't play all the time. So I simply don't play enough to get to that top 250. Even hitting Iridescent this early, I'm still like 1,500 away from getting to that top 250 mark. So it's a bit gutting that I can't achieve that, but I'd like to see something more. So I've hit Iridescent. There's 5 weeks left of the season. Am I really just going to be sitting in Iridescent lobbies when I'm coming against cheaters all the time because I'm on a PC, annoyingly? Turns out it wasn't a great idea. Or am I going to want to play a different game? There's nothing to incentivize me to play the game more than I am already. This guy's screaming, by the way, in the game chat. So yeah, I'm a bit annoyed. In Vanguard, there was... but the Iridescent equivalent was called Challengers, and there was a Challenger 1, Challenger 2, Challenger 3, just as there is a Crimson 1, Crimson 2, Crimson 3. I wouldn't mind that in Iridescent. I wouldn't mind being able to flex that I got to Iridescent 3, which is like the top of the top, apart from top 250. But hey, it is what it is. I'm happy. And for those of you who don't know, this guy gets pooped on, by the way. I don't know what he's doing. I was getting cracked though, so I was shooting teammates in the back. I feel bad, and I deserve that. Yeah, as you guys don't know, there are weapon camos coming out this season. So, for example, if your highest rank is Crimson, you're going to get a nice red camo. If your highest rank is Iridescent, you're going to get a nice Iridescent-looking camo. So yeah, make sure you guys grind for that. The one good thing about grinding for that now is that it will carry over to Modern Warfare 3. So you're actually going to be able to flex your rank with a gun camo when it gets to Modern Warfare 3. So actually, that's all I wanted to discuss. Let me know what rank you are. Let me know what rank you want to be by the end of Season 5. And yeah, if there's anything I can do to help, any questions, feel free to drop it in the comments, and I will be sure to answer. So I'm going to leave you with the rest of the game. Sort of a live comm. I'm not talking much, but you're going to hear some gameplay, some enemy team members calling me rats here, there, and everywhere. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.
Oh, fuck. So you drop...
Couches.
What is that?
Two pinch, 2p2, 2p2. One's gone all the way back. P4 weak.
Be advised, you're low on reinforcements. Mission accomplished. Lack a job.
Yeah, they were good as well. Where I just watched the lanes.
GG Harrz.
GG.
GG.
Are you alone, bro? Should I invite you?
Can do. Oh. Drum roll. Yay.
What happened, guys?